My name is Chloe. I am 28 years old. I work in a quiet office with big windows. My life was very simple and very lonely. Every morning, I woke up at the same time. I drank my tea alone. I went to work and sat at my desk. I spoke to no one. At night, I went home to my small apartment. I watched TV and went to sleep. I was not happy, but I was not sad. I was just living. Then, everything changed. A new boss came to our office. His name is Julian. He is 38 years old. He is a very handsome man. He has dark hair and kind eyes. But it was not his face that I liked. It was his heart. He is a very gentle man. He speaks in a soft voice. He never shouts. He makes everyone feel important. When he walks into the room, the air feels warm. The first time we spoke, he came to my desk. He looked at my name tag and smiled. "Hello, Chloe," he said. "It is very nice to meet you. I hope you are having a good morning." My heart gave a small jump. No one at work ever asked me how my morning was. I looked up and said, "Thank you, Julian. You too." His eyes were so kind. I felt a strange heat in my face. I looked down at my computer quickly. As weeks went by, I started to notice small things about him. I noticed how he drinks his coffee, black with no sugar. I noticed how he fixes his tie when he is thinking. I noticed how he remembers everyone's birthday. One day, I was struggling with a heavy box of paper. Julian saw me. He did not call someone else to help. He came over himself. He took the box from my arms. Our fingers touched for a second. It felt like a small electric spark. My breath stopped. I could smell his perfume. It smelled like the forest after it rains. I wanted to stay there forever, but he just smiled and walked away. I started to think about him every night. I could not help it. I imagined us walking together in the city. I imagined us eating dinner and laughing. I was falling in love, and it felt beautiful. But then, my world broke. One afternoon, the sun was shining through the office window. It hit Julian's hand while he was holding a pen. I saw it clearly. A gold ring on his left hand. I felt like someone had hit me. I felt cold. My heart felt heavy like a stone. I told myself, "Chloe, you are a fool. He is a married man. He belongs to someone else." I tried to be angry at myself. I tried to forget his smile. But every time he walked past my desk, I felt a sharp pain in my chest. I loved him, but I knew it was a mistake. One Saturday, I went to the park. I wanted to clear my head. I sat on a bench and watched the birds. Then, I heard a laugh I knew very well. It was Julian. He was just a few meters away. But he was not alone. A woman with long hair was standing next to him. She was very beautiful. A little girl was running around them. Julian picked up the little girl and kissed her nose. He looked at the woman and held her hand. They looked so happy. They looked like a perfect family. I sat there and could not move. Julian did not see me, and I was glad. I saw the life he had. It was a life full of love and history. I realized that in his world, I did not exist. I was just a girl at an office desk. I walked home slowly in the cold air. I lay on my bed and cried until my eyes were red. "He is not yours," I whispered. "He will never be yours." The next week at work was very hard. I tried to be quiet. I tried not to look at him. But on a rainy Thursday, everyone left the office early. Julian and I were the only ones left. It was very quiet. I was packing my bag, ready to run away. Julian walked over and stood very close to me. I could feel the heat of his body. "Chloe," he said. His voice was very low. "Why are you hiding from me? I know how you feel. I can see it in your eyes." I looked up at him. I could not lie anymore. "Julian, please," I said. "You have a wife. You have a family." He sighed and looked at the floor. "I know," he whispered. "I love my family. I will never leave them. But when I am with you, I feel something different. I think about you every single day. You are the most special person I have ever met." My heart was full of hope and sadness. I wanted him to hold me. I wanted to stay in that moment. But then I saw his wedding ring again. I realized that if I said yes, I would always be second. I would always be the secret girl. I would always be waiting for a man who has to go home to someone else. "No, Julian," I said. My voice was shaking, but I was sure. "We cannot do this. You are not free, and I am not a secret. I want a love that is honest. I want a love that I can show to the world. We must stop this now." Julian looked at me for a long time. He looked sad, but he nodded. "You are right," he said. "You deserve better than me." That night, I cried for the last time. It was a very deep pain. But the next morning, I felt different. I felt proud of myself. I realized that I am a woman with value. I do not need to hide in the shadows of another woman's life. I still see Julian at work. We are professional. He says good morning, and I smile back. But I no longer wait for him. I am starting to go out more. I am meeting new people. I am learning to love my own life. Sometimes, the most important love is not the love you have for a man. It is the love you have for yourself. I am Chloe, and I am finally ready for a real beginning. 1 year has passed since I told Julian no. It was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was the best choice for my life. I still work at the same office, but I feel like a different person. I am no longer a ghost. I am no longer waiting for a man who is not mine. I started taking an art class on Tuesday nights. I wanted to learn something new. I wanted to fill my life with color. In that class, I met a man named Leo. He is 30 years old. He is a tall man with messy hair and a very big laugh. He is not like Julian. He is not quiet or serious. He is full of energy. The first time we spoke, I was trying to paint a flower. My painting looked very bad. Leo walked over and laughed. "That is a very interesting flower, Chloe," he said. "It looks like a giant grape." I laughed too. It felt so good to laugh with a man without feeling guilty or sad. After class, Leo asked me, "Would you like to get some coffee?" My heart gave a small jump. I looked at his hands. They were covered in blue paint, but there was no ring. He was free. I smiled and said, "Yes, I would love to." We went to a small cafe. We talked for 2 hours. He told me about his job as a teacher. He told me about his dog. He asked me many questions about my life. He listened to me just like Julian did, but there was one big difference. When the cafe closed, Leo didn't have to hide. He didn't have to check his phone or look for a wife. He walked me to my car. The moon was bright and the air was cool. "I had a wonderful time, Chloe," he said. He took my hand. His hand was warm and strong. "Can I see you again on Friday?" I looked at him and I felt a beautiful peace. No secrets. No shadows. No pain. "Yes," I said. "I would like that very much." That night, I went home and looked in the mirror. I didn't see the sad girl who loved her boss. I saw a woman who was ready for a real story. Julian was a lesson, but Leo was a new chapter. I learned that when you have the courage to say no to the wrong person, the world finally gives you the space to say yes to the right one. My name is Chloe. My heart is finally quiet, and I am finally happy.